we've got a learning store in High Level and a learning store in Lacrete, and what our learning stores are really outreach schools, and we are schools where we look after and service students from grade 7 to 12. It could be a student who is someone fast-tracking their learning. It could be a student who has lost pace at the high school that they were at and they're catching up their scheduling. It could be a student with some wellness issues. It could be another student who is not being successful at a site where they've attended school and they're choosing the learning stores. What we do is we offer programs of wellness and skill building, so the student really is building a sense of confidence while they're getting they're completing their courses. The courses are the Alberta education curriculum courses, so the student will end up with an Alberta diploma when they do graduate from learning stores, and it is a program where we offer teachers. We have EAs within our building, and they make contact with the students weekly. They are making sure that the student is moving along and progressing well. We have many counseling services as well, the student advisor services, career counseling services that we offer our students. In addition, graduation planning, which we do with students probably about every 6 weeks. They love hearing about how their grad plan is going, and they love checking off all of the check marks when it is when they do complete a course for graduation. And it's about relationship building, and with the Fort Vermilion School Division, we know that. We talk about what's most important, and it's connectivity. Within our program, we have many ways that students can get credits, and one of the programs that we have is the Green Certificate program. This one that I'm holding is the Greenhouse Certificate, and what happens is students go through these books, that there's a checklist format. They would have a mentor, and the mentor would be a person within the community who has some training within greenhouse, or the other one I'm holding here is equine. We also have field crop. Students attach themselves to a mentor, and then the mentor takes them through and teaches them all of the skills that they need to know to get a green certificate in that subject specialty. Our children, our students love it. Really, the school division's done a really good job of allowing fluidity between the programs. And our most important thing is that the student is getting the best education possible. That where they are in the situation that they're in, they are going to be successful with their education. Huge. And it can happen. These alternative programs are, for some kids, the absolute answer from sitting on the couch and not attending school at all, to having a variety of programs where they absolutely can be successful. Learning stores are a spot where we are so zeroed in on the well-being of the student that sometimes the curriculum comes second until they're in a space where they can be learning the curriculum. And for us, we've seen so many successes with students who perhaps didn't attend school for 1 or 2 years, and then here they are, they come to us without any credits at all and find success at school, and the ultimate is that they graduate with us with an Alberta high school diploma. So for us, knowing that we can take a student from a perhaps survival mode to a space where they can learn and be excited about learning, that's victory for us.
At-home learning is based on an online format where we have teachers from kindergarten to grade 9 offering direct instruction to students. Rather than being face-to-face in a classroom, it's all delivered through computer. If they have limited internet access. So we have 4 teachers that are assigned to developing. They develop their packages based on curriculum for students at their grade level. And then those materials go home every 2 weeks and then return for marking or for assessment. We have to find what suits the students the best, what fits the students the best. For us, it's giving the teacher support, teacher-directed lessons. For some other students, if they're not in the area, if they have poor internet, having homeschooling packages where they can be done at home with parents. Our teachers do record their lessons, so it gives flexibility for parents. If they're not to be home during the day, they can go back and review those lessons with their students. For us, it's new, and I think we're paving a way here. It just gives parents flexibility in choosing what's best for their kids. Online learning is not going away, and it's great that our division saw that there was a need and was willing to put in the resources and the money to bring it to light here. Again, without it, there would have been a lot of students that would not have been accessing school.
In terms of education and classes and stuff, we do offer the 4 cores, so language arts, math, social studies, and science. With that, our teachers are now offering some phys ed, so we do have phys ed classes a couple times a week. And our staff is incorporating art, movement breaks, and such into their regular classrooms. We're trying to make this feel as much like a regular face-to-face school as possible. Things like morning announcements, just things to kind of make it feel more normal, whatever normal might be. Parents are watching what their child is doing, and that's sort of the best idea, or it gives them the better idea in terms of what they can and what they can't do. One thing that we found with this program is that these kids are getting some real quality one-on-one time where it's really one-on-one instruction or one-on-one support, because it's just the teacher, the student, and the parent that are in this meeting. So that's sort of one thing that we never thought was going to be one of the real positives of the program, but we found out now it's like the real meat and potatoes part of it. Like it's really, really, really effective, and we're seeing some really good growth. We're just trying to develop the best possible program for our students to succeed, and in whatever modality, whether it's face-to-face, whether it's module-based, whether it's virtual, whether it's a mix of both. I think we're very fortunate that in this school division we're able to offer that flexibility, and we're willing to go and do things to meet those needs.
So our current enrollment in our home education program sits at a little over 500 students, so approximately 170 families. And we have a mix of traditional homeschooling with the mom and dad and 2 or 3 children in the kitchen table or around the home. And we also have a group congregated homeschooling program, so we look after all of that. Now within that, you do a lot of work with respect to the financial allocations and reimbursement, allowable expenses, purchasing and helping families purchase curriculum materials, and then also supplementary resources like phys ed equipment or music lessons or a tangible asset like a telescope or a sewing machine or anything that can add to their program. And then we do a lot of assistance and a lot of work with program planning. So we help them create a document, kind of a blueprint for families to follow. We're in here about year 7 of this program. The division sees the need for it. They see the need for and the want for the families in our community to be a part of a homeschooling program. It's extremely popular in our area. We have a lot of flow back and forth. A lot of the parents are able to accommodate the needs of a home education program and be the teacher, in the home. Part of our role as facilitators here, and my role, is to look at with parents and discuss and troubleshoot, if you will, where kids are struggling, where kids are successful. So we'll go over that at least a couple times a year in discussion of the assessment piece within their program, and then help parents make choices about perhaps choosing a different program if it's not meeting their needs, and or supplementing it with a tutorial type exercise to bridge the gap between something that's just not working incredibly well. I just like the opportunity that the families have in our region for the educational choice, whether it's the at-home learning program that's been developed through the school division, whether it's the home education side of things, whether it's the regular public system in terms of kids in a brick and mortar school. I think it's great that parents have the choice, and I like the opportunity that the division's given for parents to sort of flow back and forth between the different choices, and we're accommodating in that regard, and at the end of the day all we're trying to do is meet the best educational needs of our families, and I think we do an outstanding job.
Fort McMillan School Division is the place to choose for education. We're making national headlines in terms of reading and numeracy, and we'll continue to see your child grow through education. We pride ourselves on spending every dollar that we get from Alberta Education here. 94 cents of every dollar that we have is spent here. We have over 1,000 children that don't come to the Fort McMillan School Division and send their money elsewhere, and so we're just trying to promote and opportunities for parents to choose us. It would add an additional $33 million to the economy in Mackenzie County, and so if you have any questions, please contact Anne or Chad or Sean or myself, and we'll help you find the best possible education for your child.